Yeah, good morning. In the today's class, you are learning about the basic structure of SQL, structure query language. In the last class, you learned about the extended ER features. Under the extended ER features of the relational algebra, you learned about the attribute specialization and aggregations. In the today's class, just how you want to write the query under the SQL. Actually, this SQL query they designed with the help of mathematical formulas using with the help of algebra and functions. With the help of the functions and algebra, they implemented the SQL queries. Now, if you want to go for the structure query language, under the structure query language, actually we are having the 14 commands under the structure query language. Now, this structure query language we can call as a SQL also. Is a programming language, means actually Oracle is a software. DBMS also it is a software. It is not a programming language. For with the help of these commands, we can perform the task under the SQL prompt or SQL optimizer. Now, actually under this under the SQL, it can consist set of operators will be there. Majorly, it can consist set of operators. Similarly, we can call as a functions. According to programming language, we are calling as a function. Function means it will perform some task. Coming to here the operation also, under the SQL we are having the so many operators will be there. First we are focusing about the commands, 14 commands will be there under the SQL. Now the main purpose of this SQL for retrieving the information from the relational database, when you are retrieving the information from the relational database using with the help of relational algebra and set theory. With the help of the set theory and relational algebra, if you want to retrieve the information from the database, we are using SQL query. Now, the system that uses SQL data elements are we are calling as an attribute. Again, it is categorized as a columns. It is related into the tuples and rows. The set of relations is identically structured from the table. These elements are attributes or correlated rows or column the table from the basic relational algebra. Actual the SQL queries will be there under the RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Already you learned about the under the data model you are having the relational model, entity relational model. Based on the relational model, when you are designing the database schema, we can call as a RDBMS or relational database management system. Now, if you want to see the structure of the standards of the SQL, we are having the languages will be the basic languages, the main purpose of the SQL for retrieving the relational database purpose. Some of the interesting concepts will be there under the SQL. The main case of the SQL is case instantive. SQL is a case instantive. Means when you are writing the query if you are writing the uppercase or lowercase both it will work. It is recommended to use the keywords as the uppercases. Even though uppercases if you are using as a lowercases also it will work. For example, under the SQL commands we are having as a 14 commands, the 14 commands we are calling as the keywords. These keywords if you are writing the lowercase or uppercase it will work. SQL is a case instantive, and if you are defining like a table name or column name, we can defining with the help of small letter. For example, if you want to define the table name or column name, the mostly according to the structure, SQL structure, the starting letter of the table we are giving as a uppercase, remaining characters we are giving as a lowercase. Now under the keywords we are using only for the uppercases. Now if you want to write the any command under the SQL, we are giving as a double hyphen. Comments under the SQL we are giving as a double hyphen. When you are writing as a comment means it will not execute the query. The comment the main purpose for user understanding purpose we are writing as a comment. SQL is a programming language. It is based for the relational database purpose. Means these SQL we can use under the MySQL, Oracle, Sysbase, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, etc. What are the queries will be there under the queries of the relational algebra? We can explain under the database product, MySQL product, Oracle product, Sysbase product, SQL Server product. The SQL Server database product is Microsoft People. Now, if you are using for the smartphone also, we are using the MongoDB and the DynamoDB also we are using for your smartphones. Not to use for the SQL queries. These we are using for the no SQL queries. Also, there is a ISO standards will be there under the SQL. Under the SQL, we are having the ISO standards will be there, ANSI standards will be there. Before the ISO, ANSI standards will be there. Those functions will work in lowest version of the software. Coming to the ISO, it will work under the upgrade version of the software. Now, if you want to see under the SQL command, actually it is a SQL. It is not O, it is a structure query language. Structure query language commands, it is categorized the 5 types will be there. According to your syllabus, it is categorized only for 4. According to the industry, it is categorized as a 5 types will be there. DDL will be there. Data definition language. With the help of the DDL language, if you want to define the schema or if you want to define the table, it is possible with the help of the DDL, data definition. Under the data definition language, it is categorized as the 4 types of the commands will be there. Actually, one more command will be there here. The rename also will become under the DDL. Under the DDL, create command will be there. The main purpose of the create command for creating the table. For drop means for dropping the entire the table. If you want to drop the table means we can drop the table. Alternate means if you want to give the column name or if you want to give the any name, at the time we are using as a, if you want to add the columns under the table. For example, if you design the table and after designing the table, maybe if you want to add the column, at the time we are using as a alter command. Now truncate means I will explain the difference between the drop, truncate and the delete. The 2 marks is very important. Difference between the drop means it will drop the entire the table. Truncate means with the help of the truncate, if we can delete the records, the structure will be there under the truncate. Now the rename will be there. Rename will come under the DDL, data definition language. Under the data definition language, 5 commands will be there. Create command, drop command, alter command, truncate and rename. Coming to the data manipulation language. Under the data manipulation language, 3 commands will be there. Manipulate means changes, means we can insert the records. At the time of we are creating the table, with the help of the insert command, we can insert the records under the table. Suppose if you want to update the any record, we can update with the help of the update command. Now we can delete. With the help of the delete, we can delete the entire table, we can delete the particular column also. With the help of the delete, the structure will be there. The structure will be there, record will be, if you are deleting the table, we can delete the table, we can delete the column also. We can delete the column or attribute also with the help of the delete command. Now coming to the DCL, data control language. This data control language we are using for the grant and revoke. If you want to give the permission, this will be used a database. DBA, database administrator will be used as a grant and revoke will be there. Grant means, suppose I created the table. After creating the table, with the help of the grant only we can give the permission. Means if you want to insert or if you want to update, we can give the grant. Revoke. Revoke means actually if you want to get the content from the back, we can get the content the back with the help of the revoke. Now commit. Commit means permanently if you want to store the contents under the record, means we are giving as a commit. After entering the records under the table, we are giving as a commit. Commit means it will save under the table only. Coming to the rollback, after the deleted the content, if you want to get the back means we can get the back with the help of the rollback. Save point means we can save the particular records and we can save the table also with the help of the save point. Actually, based on the different types of the products under the Oracle, based on the version, if you want to save means we can save different waves will be there. We can save with the help of the save point also. We can save with the help of .sql file content under the Oracle optimizer or Oracle command prompt. Now, one more is a data retrieval language will be the data query language or data retrieval language. Data retrieval means select a command. From the database, if you want to retrieve the content, at the time we should use select to command. Means after completing this next class onwards, we are going for the practical scenarios under the SQL commands. Now, if you want to see the structure of SQL query, before going to the structure of SQL query, what is data definition? Data definition means commands are used to create and modify the remove the data objects such as schemas or tables or views, index, etc. We are calling as a data definition. The main purpose of the data definition used to create or modify the content, or if you want to remove the content from the object or from the database schema or table or the view, then we can call as a data definition. Now, if you want to see the structure of your SQL query, from the SQL query structure, first scenario will be there. The structure of the SQL query, just I am focusing for the retrieval statement, for retrieval query or retrieval statement. Now, if you want to write the retrieval statement, the first statement should be the select statement. If you want to write the any structure, now your understanding purpose, I am writing under the notepads here. Now the structure commands under the SQL, we are writing under the hyphen. Actually, it is not the Oracle software. Then we are writing as a basic SQL structure. Now I am writing for basic SQL structure, select statement. After the select statement, we are projecting the columns. Already you learned under the fundamental relational algebra, projection operator will be there. Projection statement. Projection statement, or we can call as a column name. We can call as a column name, or we can call as a attribute name. Actually, the project statements, under the project statement, from the table, which column or which attribute name if you want to project. After the select, project the statement or column name or attribute name, we can project n number of name. We can project the n number of columns. This is the column 1. This is the column 1. Next, I am going for the column 2. Column 2 up to n number of columns. Up to n number of columns. Means under the project statement, we can project n number of columns after the select statement, not before. The main purpose of the select statement for retrieving the data from the database server. Select project means if you are not writing the column name, in place of the column name, for example in the table, under the EMP table 8 columns will be there. Maybe you don't know the column name, at the time we can use as a projection operator, star symbol, or we can use as a projection operator, projection operator. Then after that we are having as a from class. The main purpose of the from class, from the which table we are retrieving the content, from the which table, with the help of the from class, Oracle optimizer can understand at the time of it is executing the query. First it will go for the from class. Under the from class, the table is available under the database server or database center. If the table is available, after the table available, next it is going for the where class. It is going for the next where class. The main purpose of the where class, filtering the data. The main purpose of the where class, filtering the data. For example, if you want to filter under the employee, for some employees the salary is more than 20,000 will be there. Under the one organization, 50 employees will be there. From the among the 50 employees, if you want to find out the more than 20,000 salary, under the where class we are giving as a where salary is greater than equals to 20,000. Means under the where class we are using as a relational operators, and we can use as a logical operators also. Then after the where class, then we are having as having class will be there. After the where class, group by class will be there. Group by class. The main purpose of the group by class, grouping the data together. If you are having as a similar data, for example, in the organization, in the college, we are having 6 departments will be there. Means 6 departments, if you want from the, for CSE department, if you want to group the data together, at the time we can take as a group by class. Next we are having as a having class will be there. The main purpose of the having class will be worked with the help of the group class only. Without the group by class, the having class will not work. Having class is always depending upon the group by class. Under the having class, what are the attribute or the column name we are writing, that column should be available under the select statement. That column should be available under the select statement. And it is not available, then it will not work. After that, the last one we are having as a order by class. According to your syllabus, this the structure will be there. According to your syllabus, this the structure will be there for your SQL query. First, just I am focusing only for the retrieval statement. Select statement, according to the rules and regulation, keywords are we are writing as a uppercase. From also keyword, from also we should write uppercase, where class uppercase. It is not a case sensitive for the SQL structure or SQL query. Now, under the select statement, we can project the n number of columns. That column should be available under the table only. Now, under the from class, we can pass more than n number of tables. Means if you want to retrieve the content from the 2 tables, means under the from class we should pass 2 table names. Now if you want to retrieve the content from the 3 tables, means under the from class we can pass 3 tables names. After the from class we should write the where class. It is a structure. We should not write the up and down. It is a basic structure for your SQL query. Now where class, the main purpose of the where class for filtering the data. Group by class means grouping the data together. This group by class will be written only the single value. When it is grouping the data, it will written only for single value. Then coming to the having class. Having class is always depend upon the group by class. If you are not writing the group by class, we should not declare the having class. Based on the query requirement of the scenario, we should declare the having class. Order by class is by default, it will take as a ascending order. If you want to display in descending order, we can use order by class. This is a basic structure for your SQL query. Now same thing yes here. This is a comment. This is a comment from the line, it is representing as a comment. Then this entire we are calling as a query, structure query. Then is a semicolon means terminating the query. If you are giving as a semicolon, the structure will be terminated. Then only it will execute the query. Then from class is a table name. From country, this column country ID column name and country ID column name. These are the identifier, or we can call as a column names. Means this is the keyword. These are the keywords will be there. Select statement is a keyword, from is a keyword, where is a keyword, order by is a keyword. Keyword should be written in upper cases. This is a basic structure for your SQL query. Now, under the SQL, what are the set operators will be there? Majorly, we are having the set operators. The set operators will work combination of two or more SQL statements, select statement. The set operators combination, combining the two or more select statement only, it will work under the set operators. Set operators is used to combine the two or more SQL select statement. We are having the four types of the set operators: union, union all, intersect and minus. These operators already you learned under the relational algebra. You learn under the relational algebra. Now union. Union operator used to combine the result two or more select statement queries. Means with the help of the two select statement queries only it will perform to union, combining the result together. Union operator, all the numbers of the data type and column name must be same. See here, one more important. At the time of your combining with the help of the union operator from the table, at the time of your projecting, the column name of the data type should be the same, will be there. Then only it will combine. It will, otherwise it will not combine. Union operator will eliminate about the duplicate rows from the result set. Means if you are having the repeated values under the table, then it will eliminate the values from the record, coming as union all. Union all operators is equals to the union operator. Without removing the duplicate and sorting the data, we can use as a union all. Union means it will eliminate the duplicate rows. Union all means including the duplicate values if you needed, means at the time we can take as a union all. Intersect operator, the main purpose of the intersect operators, it return the common rows from the both the select statements at the time of your combining the two select statements. Intersection operator, under the intersection operator also data type and the column name as a similar will be there. Under the intersect operator, duplicate will be eliminated and it is arranged under the ascending order by the default under the intersect operator. Coming to the minus operator, it will combine the results of two select statement. Minus operator used to display the row, it present in the first query but absent in the second query. It will work under the minus operator. Now if you want to see the set operator, and the set operator, union all, intersect and minus will be there. These are the four operators will be there under the set operators. Next we are going for the aggregation function or group function. Aggregate functions or group functions, both are same name. Aggregate functions means it will group the data together and it will return only for the single value. Under the aggregate function, we are having as a count function, sum function, average function, maximum function, minimum function will be there. These five functions will come under the aggregate functions or group function. Group by class will be different, group functions will be different. These group functions we can call as a aggregate functions. Aggregate functions always it will return only for single value. It will not return multiple values. Now coming to the null values, how we are using the null values under the SQL. At the time of we are inserting the null values under the record, we can use the null keyword. When you are using as a null keyword means under the table it will display as a empty space or zero value, means zero value also not visible, it will just simply is the empty space. Coming to the subquery means the subquery we can call as a inner query or nested query. within the one query, if you are writing the one more query, we can call as a subquery. This subquery we can call as an inner query or nested query. Nested query means inside the one select statement, if you are writing the one more select statement, we can call as a subquery. Subqueries Subqueries used to return the data will be used in the main query, combining of the further restriction of data to be retrieved. The main purpose of the subquery means the subqueries we can declare in three different ways. It is categorized in three ways. Single row subquery, multiple row subquery, correlated subquery will be there. Single row subquery will means it will return the single row output. Multiple row subquery, it will return the multiple row output. Correlated subqueries will be, it is depend on the data provided by the other query. Actually the nested queries we can declare in different ways. After the from class, if you are writing the one more select statement, we can call as a nested query. After the where class, if you are writing the one more select statement, we can call as a nested query. If you want to embed the query after the from class, or if you want to embed the query after the where class, also we can call as a subquery. Now, if you want to see what are the complex queries will be there. The major complex queries under the SQL, these complex queries means under the subqueries, actually under the subqueries we are having as a outer query will be there, inner query will be there. So for example, if you are taking as a two select statements, under the nested query, if you are having as a two select statement, first one we are considering as a outer query, inner one we are considering as a inner one means inside the from class or inside the where class. If you are writing the select statement, then we can consider as a inner query. Just I am talking about only for the two queries. The two queries when you are embedded or when you are nested, when you are nesting, the first query is outer query, second query is inner query. Means Oracle Optimizer first it will execute about the inner query. It will not execute about the outer query. After executing under the inner query, then it will go for the executing the outer query. These are complex queries under the SQL. First, it will fetch the data from the records. After fetching the data, then it will go for the select statement. After that, then it will go for the aggregation functions. Based on that, it will project the output on the SQL prompt. Now coming to the view is a very important for the 2 marks or the 4 marks, important for your university exam. What is the view in SQL? What is the use of the view? Views are the virtual table. Views are the virtual table. These are the not a logical table. Views are the virtual table that can be great way to optimize your database experience. For example, lengthy table will be there. From the lengthy table, just we are creating as a virtual table based on the requirement of your the attributes. For example, 50 attributes will be there under the table. Among the 50 attributes, just if you want to project only for the 10 columns or 10 attributes, 10 columns or 10 attributes, at the time we can go for the views. Not only for the views is a good for the defining the table without using the extra storage, means it will not allocating the memory at the time of here creating, means it is analysis purpose can be provided for the extra data security purpose. The main uses of the view. What is the main purpose of the view under the SQL? Views can be joined and simplify the multiple tables in the single virtual table. The main purpose of the view, with the help of the views, we can join and simplify the multiple table in the single virtual table. Views, under the views we can use aggregate the tables. Under the views we can use where class also. Now how you want to create the view, how you want to call the view means create view name as class, as after the as again we are writing as a select statement, means with the existing table only, with the help of the existing table only we are creating. Just now you see the structure of SQL. select column 1, column 2 up to n number of columns from class, under the from class table name, then where class. Same structure. Before the select statement, we are writing create, view, create or replace, or already view is existing means we can use a replace keyword also. Now coming to how you want to modify the data under the database. We can modify the data under the database with the help of the DML commands, with the help of the insert, with the help of the update, and with the help of the modify column. Now the last we are having as a joins under this last topic under the second unit, join scenario. The main purpose of the join means joining the table together. Actually here we can join n number of tables. Actually before going for the joins, first we should know about the join condition. Join condition means it will work with the help of the assignment operator. Under the join condition, it will follow the cardinality principle, one to many relationship or many to one relationship. Primary key of the attribute and the foreign key of the attribute should be there under the join condition. Joins, it is categorized as the three types: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join will be there. Inner join select the records having the matching the values from the both the tables along as the condition is satisfied. Then it will return the combination of the rows from the both the tables under the join condition is satisfied. Inner join. Coming to the left outer join, from the left outer join, if the missing the under the left outer join, if the missing the column from the any the table, if the data is not matching, it will return as a null values. Right outer join means it will match from the both the table, then only it will return the value. Full outer join means without writing the left outer join and the right outer join, at the time we can use as a full join. These are the join scenarios. Means in the next class we will see the practical scenarios about the first and second unit SQL commands operators. Thank you.